This video is to highlight some of the features and functions of lean tempo production scoreboards. Lean tempo production scoreboards are very simple units that come in a small compact box. That box has a few buttons on the top and inputs and outputs on the back side that allow you to connect the unit to sensors, and the display is shown on a TV or monitor that has a DVI or HDMI input. Lean tempo units ship with everything that you need in the box to get up and rolling except for your monitor or TV. They come with the unit itself. They also come with banana plugs for an input. They come with an HDMI cable and a DVI adapter, as well as the power supply. When you first get the unit, you'll plug in the HDMI cable to the unit, and you'll plug that into a TV or a monitor. After that, if you want to plug in a sensor, you're more than welcome to. There's another video explaining how to connect sensors and buttons and whatever else you might want to connect the lean tempo unit to. Once you're done connecting all of that, just plug in the power. Once you've plugged the unit in, the screen will go black for a moment, and then the lean tempo logo will appear. The lean tempo logo will be there for a few seconds, and then it will go black again before it gets to the menu or the run screen. The overall load time should be under a minute. On the top of the unit there are 4 buttons. The up button, which increments the actual count up. It also navigates up in all of the menus. The down button, which increments the actual count down and navigates down in all of the menus. The menu button, which takes you to the menu or takes you back a level in the menus if you're already in a menu. The play pause button does a few different things. If you're in a menu, it will select another menu for you to go to. If you are on a screen where you can adjust multiple things, it will go from one item to the next. If you're on the run screen, it will start your shift. It will also pause a shift. So if you have a break and you don't want the goal to increment, it will pause that. When you first turn on the unit, it will ask you to set the time. You do that by using the up and down buttons and the play pause button to go from one field to the next. After the time is set, you can press menu to take you to the main menu, which will give other options. In this case, we'll select the shift length goal, and we will set the shift length. In this case, we'll set the shift length to 7 hours and 30 minutes. Which is basically our full shift length minus breaks and lunches. We'll then go ahead and set the shift goal. The shift goal we are going to set to 5,400, which will basically mean that every minute we will produce 12 units. After the shift goal is set, we can go ahead and press menu a couple times to get us back to the run screen. When we get to the run screen, we'll notice that we already have a goal and that the screen is red. That's because as we've been setting it up, time has been running. If we continue to increment up, we'll notice that it gets to green. If the goal goes above the actual, it goes back to red. And these are settings that we can change. By going back into the menu, we can see some of the additional settings and options that we've had access to before. We can pause a shift, we can resume a shift, we can start a new shift. We already set the shift length and goal, so we won't go into that again. Right now, let's go to Settings and Info and change Display. This will allow us to change many different things on this display. Right now, we'll change the screen values. You can see that we have 4 different spots, and each of these allows us to choose which variable we want in each position. And as you scroll through, it will tell you the definition of the variable. In this case, let's set it to Goal, Actual, Efficiency, and Shift Goal. The difference between goal and shift goal is goal will increment with the time, and shift goal will always be that goal that you set. You can press menu a few times to get back to the run screen. We can see that it's still paused. If you want to exit pause, you can go ahead and push that play pause button, and you will resume normal operation. You can pause it again by pushing the button again. Realistically, the only time you want to pause is when you're going to break or lunch, and unpause when you return, so that the count and goal will increment as normal. Let's press menu again to get back to the menu and select Settings and Info, where we can change the display and the color settings. Now what this will do is allow us to change it so we have red, yellow, and green. And we will set the yellow to turn on when we get to 90%. So between 90 and 100%, it will be yellow. Above 100% will be green, and below 90% will be red. We can see that when our efficiency is 100%, it's green. As the efficiency lowers, it goes to yellow, and to red if we get even lower. When we start producing more, our actual goes up and we get to yellow and green. And by having the three colors, it allows us to see with greater detail from a distance how well the area is performing. By holding the play pause button, it will start calculating downtime. Now the only way we can see downtime is when we're in downtime, or if we put downtime as one of the variables on the screen. And it will flash between downtime and the regular screen whenever we're in downtime. When we hold that button again, it will go to this exiting downtime screen. And we can enter it again by doing the same thing, holding that play pause button to get into downtime. And now it will show the total, which is different than the current because the total is all of the downtimes added together. When we exit, it shows how many incidents of downtime we have and that total downtime. To be able to see this, there's actually a reports section in the menu. And by going to that reports section, we can understand better what our downtime is throughout the whole shift. If you want to disable the downtime functionality, you can go into the menu, button sensor configuration, choose the play pause button, and go to when held and choose do nothing. That will make it so that when you hold that button down, it will do nothing, different than if you were to just hold the pause button. Thanks for watching this overview on the Lean Tempo Basic. I hope you can see how valuable it would be to have a Lean Tempo product in your facility where it can show you the difference between your goal and your actual as your goal is changing throughout the day. It also has many other metrics, as you've seen, that can be highlighted on the screen. Another feature that it has that's commonly used is it has sensor ports in the back. You can connect a sensor to it and allow a machine to increment the count automatically. If you're hoping for more features than the Lean Tempo Basic has, we also have a Lean Tempo Plus and a Lean Tempo Pro that have additional features. To learn more, go to leantempo.com.